will to win has always been the fire that burns brightest within the famed Raider organization. In 1998, the torch was passed to gifted head coach John Gruden, his staff and squad. Though saddened by the off-season passing of great prospect Leon Bender, a maximum effort in the home opener clearly demonstrated the flame had been rekindled. Top draft choice and Heisman Trophy winner Charles Woodson and all proud wearers of the silver and black were ready for combat. Loyal Raider fans were on their feet from the very first play as the offense thundered into action.
The handoff to Kaufman up the middle, 25, 30, 35, 40. Midfield, he may go. He's gone, 80 yards. Touchdown on the very first play from scrimmage.
Napoleon Kaufman rushed for 139 yards against the Giants as the offense powered for over 400 yards. Wide receiver Tim Brown started in high gear with 6 catches, 127 yards, and his 65th pro touchdown.
Drops back to pass, 5 steps, and he winks one out left. Tim Brown got it! Touchdown!
Second-year pros Grady Jackson, 90, and Chuck Osborne, 98, were ready, and a hostile front limited New York rushers to 71 yards. James Harris, 93, and Lance Johnstone, 51, recorded sacks, and rookie corner Charles Woodson answered all challenges. Defensive coordinator Willie Shaw's aggressive plan freed safety Eric Turner for another sack. Greg Davis's late field goal earned the winning margin.
The snap is good. The hold is good. Greg Davis has it away, and it is good.
Eric Turner's interception ensured victory and raised the Raiders' record in home openers to 28-7-1 since Al Davis took charge in 1963. The next week featured Eric Turner's 94-yard interception return, but the Raiders fell to the Super Bowl champion Broncos in the Coliseum. In Week 4, the Raiders traveled to Dallas for a battle of pro football's winningest teams.
Hey, we're on 3. We gotta go do it too now. We gotta go do it too. 1, 2, 3, put it. First one, we're gonna go straight. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is if you the one on 3, we're gonna fake those legs. You fake him and come out, and I'm gonna fake out and come in.
Darrell Russell, Grady Jackson, and Russell Maryland plotted, then attacked. Richard Harvey and Albert Lewis joined the assault. Offensively, precision passing by Jeff George, the big play capability of Tim Brown and Napoleon Kaufman, and the world-class speed of James Jett put Oakland ahead for good.
Tim Brown comes left, picked up by Dion, and James Jett goes right. Kevin Smith has in. George back to pass, looking right, throws up the sideline for Jett. It is tipped and caught by Jett. He's going to go in for a touchdown as the ball was bobbled, and Jett caught it out of the air as he beat Kevin Smith for a 75-yard touchdown.
Late in the third quarter, pro sophomore Calvin Branch, number 27, showed speed and tenacity, running down super swift Deion Sanders to prevent a Dallas score. With the outcome in doubt, interceptions by Woodson and Turner secured victory on the road.
Charles Woodson coming up. All wide receivers are in, including Deion. He goes right. Garrett out of the shotgun, back to pass. He's throwing for it all right down the middle of the field, and it is intercepted by Eric Turner in the end zone. Eric Turner has done it again. Eric Turner may have just won the
Coach
game.
Gruden and the Raider organization had reason to celebrate. The silver and black was again a force in NFL division races.
We got one more big game on the road next week. It's a West Coast game. We got to sharpen it up. God bless you. It's a big win for us. Enjoy the plane home, man.
Oakland's tour of the NFC continued against the playoff-bound Cardinals in Arizona. James Folston, 55, James Harris, Greg Biekert, Richard Harvey, Pat Swilling, Chuck Osborne, and Lance Johnstone were relentless. Number 21, corner Eric Allen was unyielding. And rookie Charles Woodson scored his first pro touchdown.
Back to pass, throws, ball intercepted by Woodson, and he's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Charles Woodson, what a play!
Alert Raiders intercepted 3 passes, including one by newcomer Marquise Walker, 38, setting up the deciding touchdown by Donald Hollis, subbing for injured Jeff George, as the Raiders won 23-20. Raider hopes were flying high, seeking a 3rd straight win. Russell, Maryland and the defense pressured constantly at newly renamed Network Associates Coliseum. Number 57 Terry Wooden's interception was one of 4 by Oakland this day. Number 30 Anthony Newman, Marquise Walker and Eric Allen picked off passes as the Chargers were held to 78 net yards throwing. John Gruden inserted Wade Wilson for a 4th quarter spark. Protected by 79 rookie Mo Collins. Now the left tackle with Pat Harlow lost with a season-ending injury. Wilson went deep.
Back to pass, has time. Goes deep up the left side for Jet. He's got it! In the 30, 20, 10. He scored a touchdown!
James Jett's dramatic touchdown gave the Raiders 3 straight wins and an NFL best record of 23-8 in one-point games since 1960. John Gruden and a team with 26 new players were off to their best start since 1995. Special teams stepped up early against the Bengals with a crushing hit by number 41, Louis Riddick. 6-time Pro Bowl corner Eric Allen, acquired as another astute free agent signing, continued his remarkable pass defense. With time to pass provided by Collins, Kennedy, and friends, Hollis went to Tim Brown to jump ahead by 7. A perfect snap from center Adam True, a booming punt by Leo Araguz, and ball-hawking coverage by Greg Beekert, Louis Riddick and Mike Morton gained possession in Bengal territory. Coach Gruden attacked immediately. Moving up behind Barrett Robbins, Derek Graham, and Napoleon Kaufman, Donald Hollis hit James Jett, streaking goalward to put Oakland in front. The Raider defense added to the lead just minutes later.
Donald back to pass on 2nd down. Has time. Now flushed out, and he is sacked. He fumbled the ball. It's picked up by the Raiders. Racing it on the right side is Johnstone. They won't touch him. Touchdown, Raiders! Lance Johnstone!
Raider domination rated thumbs up, and the 17-point win at home cleared the way for 2 in a row on the road. In Week 9, the Raiders went trick-or-treating in Seattle.
All about that defense. All day long, 4 quarters. Defense, defense, defense. That's what it's all about, defense.
Anthony Newman was right on target as Raider defenders hit everything in sight. First, Hollis' team with number 85, Terry Mickens. Then with Tim Brown, who broke Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff's Raider career receiving yardage record as Oakland moved ahead 7-3.
It's our turn, baby. It's our turn.
Darrell Russell had 6 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble. The Sunday night national TV audience saw the Raiders average 18 yards per completion. Tight end Ricky Dudley's touchdown helped the Silver and Black to its top point total of the year.
Again, 3 receivers in play action pass. Moon throws down the middle. Tipped and intercepted by Albert Lewis coming up the right side.
Albert Lewis became the oldest player in league history to score on an interception return as the defense again struck suddenly, converting turnover into touchdown.
I told you about that defense that night. I told you about that defense that night.
I'm going to tell you something, man. If you guys don't know how big a win that was, you'll know tomorrow. It's a hell of a win. It's a team effort. Offense, defense, special teams. Now, the effort was outstanding.
With their first 5-game winning streak since 1990, the Raiders traveled to Baltimore. Jeff George fired one completion before again being injured. Donald Hollis came off the bench firing for 249 yards and this game-tying TD to Ricky Dudley. The defense was an ominous, intimidating force in silver and black. Harvey, Johnstone, Newman, Harris, Beekert, Russell and company limited the Ravens to just over 200 yards total. James Jett caught 5 for nearly 100 yards, and the offense scored again, or so they thought.
High formation, Richie ahead of Williams. Hollis going to sneak, and Donald Hollis. Now the ball comes free. Harvey Williams trying to run for it, and he is stopped on the goal line. Hollis tried to sneak it over, and the ball shot out. It was picked up by Harvey Williams as Hollis extended the ball, and it should have been a touchdown.
Donald Hollis's sneak clearly was a touchdown. Then, on the game's final play, trailing 13-10, just a few yards outside field goal range, one of the 13 Baltimore defenders in the play intercepted. A 5-yard penalty here would have allowed a tying field goal attempt. After the controversial loss, the Raiders returned home. A group of Raiderettes, football's fabulous females, greeted the home fans. Commitment to excellence was evident early as Steve Wisniewski, Greg Davis, Kenny Shedd, Rick Cunningham, Calvin Branch, and the entire squad sought a season sweep over Seattle. Rookie fullback John Ritchie, number 40, powered off tackle, while halfback Harvey Williams, 22, went outside and airborne to gain over 100 yards. Tight end Derek Brown worked cross-field for big yardage, and Harvey Williams traveled downfield to do the same. Russell, Johnstone, Jackson, Wooden, Beekert, Harvey, Woodson, and the skillful defensive unit dominated the Seattle offense. Playing with controlled fury, defenders swarmed Seahawk runners and passers alike, but lost one turnover on a fumble, ruled an incomplete pass. Desmond Howard, convoyed by Branch, Shedd, James Trapp, Bucky Brooks, and Randy Jordan, returned a punt 63 yards for a touchdown.
37-yard line left, 40, 45 midfield, 45-40, he may go, 30, 20, touchdown, Desmond Howard!
The talented Raiders secondary hounded Seattle receivers. Unfortunately, corner Eric Allen was lost for the rest of the season with an injury on this interception return. Defensive tackle Darrell Russell, agile, mobile, and hostile, racked up another quarterback sack. Offensive linemen Collins, Wisniewski, Robbins, Graham, and Lincoln Kennedy tight end Ricky Dudley and fullback John Ritchie opened huge holes for Raider runners.
Harvey Williams, right tackle, breaks the tackle, first down 20, 15, 10, 5, Harvey Williams has gone into the end zone! Touchdown Raiders!
Pro Bowl-bound Charles Woodson's final play interception sealed another Raider victory. Rainy skies and smiling Raiderettes greeted the Raiders' attempt to go 4-0 against NFC opponents. Napoleon Kaufman rushed for 152 yards and 1 touchdown against the Redskins. Hollis came off the bench to target Terry Mickens and Tim Brown for late touchdowns. But the injury-riddled Raiders were unable to add to their outstanding interconference record. Next, John Gruden and the Raiders sought to improve on their 7-1 league record against Miami in Oakland. Harvey Williams demonstrated his value and versatility as a receiver, runner, and passer. Raider all-time reception leader Tim Brown added to his remarkable career totals with 9 catches, 104 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Young fans cheered as 4 decades of Raider determination was exemplified by current young players like Marquise Walker, Harry Carter, Richard Harvey, and Darrell Russell. The roar of the crowd thundered through the Coliseum as Terry Wooden's punt block was returned by Kenny Shedd. But despite fourth quarter heroics, the Raiders fell 27-17. In San Diego, first-year Raider Jermaine Williams and veteran Steve Wisniewski and Darrell Ashmore were anxious to attack. San Diego native Darrell Russell, linebackers Greg Biekert and Richard Harvey, and the entire defense set out to control their own destiny. Number 28, Randy Jordan, had his best day as a pro, rushing for 82 yards. A Leo Araguz punt and swarming coverage by Mickens, Morton, Branch, Shedd, Biekert, Folston, and Jermaine Williams gave offensive coordinator Bill Callahan a chance to strike quickly.
Wilson drop, loops one left, wide open, Brown, touchdown!
Wade Wilson tossed 2 touchdown passes, and James Jett topped 100 yards receiving to lead the offensive charge. Special teamers excelled, like 53, Travian Smith, one of a group of Raiders, including Gennaro DiNapoli, Jeremy Brigham, Pat Barnes, Vince Amy, and Rodney Williams. Attacking Raider defenders had 3 sacks, limited the Chargers to just 79 yards rushing and picked off 2 passes, this one by Anthony Newman. Woodson's interception clinched victory for John Gruden, and the battle-hardened Raiders won for the 8th time this year, doubling the 1997 win total. At season's end, Greg Biekert was honored with the Commitment to Excellence Award, and after 16 distinguished seasons, Albert Lewis may have played in his final game. The latest former Raiders star to be voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame is running back Eric Dickerson, leading rusher for the Silver and Black in 1992, en route to over 13,000 yards in his career. Raider greats already enshrined in the Hall of Fame are center Jim Otto, guard Gene Upshaw, tackle Art Shell, wide receiver Fred Biletnikoff, quarterback kicker George Blanda, linebacker Ted Hendricks, cornerback Willie Brown, cornerback Mike Haynes, and owner, coach, executive Al Davis.
Offense, defense, special teams. The effort was outstanding.
The effort displayed in 1998 again demonstrates that since 1963, when Al Davis first pledged to build pro football's finest organization, that the will to win will always be the fire that burns brightest in this unique organization. Talent, toughness, tenacity, leadership, a total commitment to excellence have made the Raiders professional football's winningest team for 4 unforgettable decades. And now, the flame has been rekindled.